Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're watching this, you're probably considering filing for bankruptcy, or you potentially just want to learn about how it all works. So today we're going to break down the different ways to file for bankruptcy so you can kind of determine which method may make most sense for you. Now, bankruptcy can feel intimidating, but don't necessarily worry. We'll go through every step by step. We'll talk about e-filing, filing in person, doing it yourself, and of course, filing with a bankruptcy attorney. So let's dive right in. Now, before we get started, if you're specifically thinking about Chapter 7 bankruptcy, make sure to check out our free Chapter 7 bankruptcy calculator. I'm linking it in the description below. This calculator is free. It'll help you estimate whether you qualify for Chapter 7, the estimated cost, the pros and cons, specifically based on your zip code. And one last thing just to note, just remember that this video was purely made for informational purposes and should never be construed as any sort of legal advice. All right, let's get on with the first thing. E-filing, what I would call potentially the modern way. So first is e-filing. This is potentially the most modern, tech-friendly way to file for bankruptcy. It's typically quick, convenient, and can sometimes just be done from the comfort of your own home. Now, with e-filing, you'll submit your bankruptcy documents electronically through the court's approved online portal. You'll typically create an account, upload your forms, and then hit submit. Simple, right? Why would someone choose e-filing? Well, obviously it's fast and you potentially don't need to leave your home. It also lets you track your submission and get immediate confirmation. Plus, e-filing systems even check for potential errors sometimes before you submit. But if you're not necessarily super comfortable with tech or potentially have a more complicated case, e-filing may feel a bit daunting. Now, please note, not all courts may allow e-filing, so it can be helpful to call your court to understand what way they allow. Okay, number 2, filing in person, calling the old school way. Next, we got this more classic option. This is where you're filing in person at your local bankruptcy court. Now, if you prefer handling things face-to-face, filing in person may be the way to go. You'll fill out the bankruptcy forms, which you may be able to get from the court, and then bring them to the clerk's office. You may even have a chance to ask the clerk some questions at that point. Although, keep in mind, they may not be able to actually provide legal advice, that may be able to give you more answers to general bankruptcy questions. Now, this method can be great if you don't have potentially reliable internet access or you just prefer the more traditional route. However, keep in mind that it can sometimes be more time consuming and may not be the most efficient option if you're on a tight schedule. Third, filing on your own, pro se. So this is what more of the do-it-yourself bankruptcy. Now, if you're looking to save some money, you might be considering filing on your own. This is known as pro se, where you represent yourself in the bankruptcy process. Filing on your own typically means you handle all the paperwork and the court process. This can save you money since you don't have to hire a lawyer, plus you'll, be in control of your case. But here's the thing to remember. Bankruptcy law can be complicated. If you don't fill out the forms correctly or potentially miss any key details, your case could get delayed or potentially dismissed. Now, if you go this route, you can look at using the bankruptcy forms themselves, or you can look at using a bankruptcy form filing software like Fresh Start Finance. So Fresh Start Finance provides a product that's inexpensive. It allows you to fill out the forms like questionnaires. The data gets saved for you and it shows what forms may be needed and also provides you automatic case updates for you. The product also helps you understand how you may be able to get your credit back on track after filing bankruptcy. It can help you rebuild your credit score. All right, the next one. Let's talk about filing with an attorney. So getting some sort of legal assistance. This is probably the more common way to file bankruptcy, especially if you have a more complicated financial situation. A bankruptcy attorney can help you navigate the entire process, from filling out your paperwork to representing you in court. They should know all the ins and outs of the bankruptcy law so you won't have to worry about any mistakes. While it's typically the most expensive option, filing with an attorney can actually save you time, stress, and potentially money in the long run. Plus, if there are any legal issues or complications, your attorney should be there for you. Now, so if your case involves a lot of assets, complex debts, or you just want the peace of mind that comes with professional legal help, hiring a bankruptcy attorney is potentially a helpful route. So I guess the question is, which option is right for you. To do that, let's quickly recap. So e-filing is typically fast, convenient, if you're comfortable with technology, assuming it's available for your bankruptcy court. Then you have filing in person. That's also great for people that prefer potentially more face-to-face interaction. Then there's pro se filing, which can save you money because you're doing the bankruptcy on your own, but requires a lot of work and potentially attention to detail. And then finally, filing with an attorney can offer expert guidance, but comes with typically a higher cost. So ultimately, it's all going to depend on your situation and what you feel is best. But if you're unsure, consulting with a bankruptcy attorney for a free initial consultation may be helpful to start with. Another thing that may be helpful is to check out our free Chapter 7 bankruptcy calculator. It provides personalized estimates for a Chapter 7 bankruptcy, the pros and cons, and it helps you understand that option compared to others based on your specific zip code. And of course, if you have any questions or need help understanding your options, you're welcome to give us a call at 833-272-3631. All right, well, that's all for today. I hope this helped you to understand the different ways to file for bankruptcy. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that bell for more content on topics like this. And always, leave your questions down in the comments below. I'll see you next time.